Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star original continent based on novel. So let's start. He wasn't able to feel his god kingdom, and neither could he enter the dark universe and reach a speed faster than light. And there were no space ripples. Where am I? Luo Feng was still flying at high speed through space using his inertia. He looked around at all the stars gleaming. Wait, he said. This doesn't feel right. I'm already faster than the speed of light, and I should only be able to see the front. Luo Feng looked back, and he could still see the scene distinctly, which baffled him. He permeated his godly power and sensed light speed. I'm moving too fast, he said. So, light speed in the land of Extremis is different from that in the original universe. Light speed in the original universe was 186,000 miles per second, while light speed in the land of Extremis was 100 times faster. The speed of godly power. Luo Feng frowned. A beam of godly power spread, which made Luo Feng exclaim, the fastest godly power is 186,000 miles per second in the original universe. But light speed in the land of Extremis is 18 million miles per second. Luo Feng accelerated and flew across the sky. 2 times light speed in the original universe. 3 times light speed in the original universe. He kept accelerating. The laws of the universe were sharply different in the land of Extremis. Luo Feng felt like he had around Zhuoshan Ku, but also as if he were in the primal universe. Zhuoshan Ku was a universe supreme master, and he was able to change all the laws in his surroundings, while the primal universe was an entirely different universe, with some fundamental differences. Luo Feng kept speeding up, and the pressure on his godly body kept surging. The Mosha body was 100 times stronger than an ordinary pinnacle emperor, and he was able to withstand the pressure. 100 times light speed in the original universe. I can speed up no more. Luo Feng wasn't able to accelerate any further, even after burning his godly power. He remained at 100 times the speed of light in the original universe. He was at light speed in the land of Extremis. Suddenly, the view behind him became dark, and Luo Feng was only able to see the starry sky in front of him. I didn't enter the dark universe even after hitting the speed limit. It seems that there's no dark universe in the land of Extremis. Luo Feng was perplexed. Let's see what kind of place land of Extremis is. He continued flying 100 times faster than light speed in the original universe. Inside Luo Feng's god kingdom, the remote ocean was churning, and Luo Feng sat on the square in front of his god kingdom. Although I'm trapped in land of Extremis, I have gained more than I lost. At least I got the 4th black metal of the 9-volume manual. Luo Feng smiled. The 4th black metal had been hidden in the mountainside of Craftsman Mountain, and the information contained in the black metal was already transferred to him when the golden horned beast swallowed the black metal. He gathered the practice methods of the first 5 volumes. However, a lot of information was missing in the 4th black metal, and when combined with the first 3, they gave the practice methods of the first volumes. I've obtained the first 7 volumes of the 9 volumes manual. Perhaps the last black metal can give me the last 2 volumes. I'll start practicing now. And so his original earthling body started the 6th volume of 9-volume manual. Mosha body kept flying, moving 100 times faster than light speed in the original universe, as the golden horned beast inside the world ring started to practice the 6th volume of the 9-volume manual. Even if he failed to finish the 6th volume and his body turned into ashes, Luo Feng's godly body was strong enough to be immortal. His body could be recovered as long as there was a portion of it left. The ashes would be gathered, which meant he was able to practice the 9-volume manual the land of Extremis without having to worry about failure. He kept flying at the same speed for more than a year, and finally flew into a galaxy. Luo Feng exclaimed, 1 star is jade, 1 is yellow and white, and 1 is rainbow-colored. When he reached the center of the galaxy, an old voice came out of the yellow star, and it reached Luo Feng's surroundings several seconds later. There is an intruder from another race in the land of Extremis. We've been alone for a long time, Demon Sword Knight, replied a wicked voice from the rainbow-colored star. We haven't seen any other races for more than 60,000 eras, said a cold voice from the Jade Star. Luo Feng was disturbed. A trace of invisible godly power penetrated Luo Feng as a soul attack, but Mosha Body wasn't afraid of soul attack. He's an energy life form, and he doesn't fear soul attack, the wicked voice echoed through the sky. Let me crush him, said the cold voice. My turn, said the old voice. Luo Feng looked into the distance, and 3 beings flew out of the stars. They reached the speed that was 100 times that of the light speed in the original universe, and dashed toward Luo Feng. My Mosha Body isn't good at fighting, he said. A 3-foot-long golden horned beast floated in the sky with his wings open, and Mosha Body went into the world ring. Oh? A space beast, said one of the 3 beings. A golden horned beast, said another. Much better. The green being had a voice that was apathetic yet filled with aggression. The golden horned beast floated in the sky and recognized all 3 of the universe overlords. They were universe-renowned universe overlords who had vanished from the universe a long time ago. They were Demon Sword Knight, Ce Qian Knight, and Feather Dark Horde Leader. The golden horned beast's voice resounded through the sky. Demon Sword Knight, Ce Qian Knight, and Feather Dark Horde Leader. I can't believe you 3 are still alive. They slowed down and stopped in an area tens of thousands of miles away from Luo Feng. All 3 great beings were surprised. Somebody still remembers us, said Ce Qian Knight. We aren't forgotten, Feather Dark Horde Leader said at the same time. Demon Sword Knight gazed at the golden horned beast indifferently and demanded, tell us now. What has happened in the past 200,000 eras? Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde Leader also stared at the golden horned beast. Demon Blade Knight, the golden horned beast growled. You speak as if commanding a slave. I don't like the way you talk. Although I empathize with you and I'm willing to tell you what's happened, the way you talk has disappointed me. Damn you. Demon Blade Knight's eyes glinted coldly. If you don't want to talk, then I'll beat the truth out of you. His godly body started to burn. A streak of jade light streaked through the sky and charged at the golden horned beast. Luo Feng hadn't expected Demon Blade Knight to be so angry. He would have gladly answered him if Demon Blade Knight had asked nicely. From the bottom of his heart, Luo Feng was willing to have a conversation with those universe overlords. Unfortunately, Demon Blade Knight didn't view him as his equal. Charge! Ce Qian Knight said and instantly slammed Luo Feng with a staff that grew 6,000 miles long. Ha ha ha! Feather Dark Horde Leader guffawed, and his voice pierced the golden horned beast body. Although Luo Feng's willpower and consciousness were at the universe overlord level, he was still affected. The golden horned beast started to burn his godly body, and he shook his wing to try to dodge the blade. The blade slashed toward the golden horned beast. The staff hit the head of the golden horned beast. Demon Blade Knight and Ce Qian Knight cooperated with each other perfectly, and Feather Dark Horde Leader was affecting Luo Feng's mind and willpower constantly. The golden horned beast was weaker than those universe overlords, and his godly body was still injured from the encounter at Craftsman Mountain. He could only stand there and be beaten by them. His wing is a true treasure. Ce Qian Knight shouted. And he's wearing true treasure armor, Feather Dark Horde Leader added. He's able to resist all the attacks from us. He must be wearing a senior true treasure armor. Kill him. Get the true treasures. The true treasure armor is mine, and you can have the others, Demon Blade Knight said coldly. Both Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde Leader were a bit angry, but they knew that Demon Blade Knight was stronger than them. Besides, they still hadn't found a way to get out of Land of Extremis. Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde Leader nodded. Okay, said Ce Qian Knight. Okay, agreed Feather Dark Horde Leader. Golden Horned Beast, we don't care what's going on outside. We want your true treasures more. Then Demon Blade Knight looked at the Golden Horned Beast and said, die. Endless golden waters spread and enveloped the sky for tens of millions of square miles. 9 strange beasts swam in the water, and the golden horned beast stood in the middle. Feather Dark Horde leader, Qian Knight, and Demon Blade Knight were all shocked. A domain-type true treasure, they said as one. Want my true treasures, said the golden horned beast. Under the pressure of the Golden River, the 3 universe overlords couldn't so much as touch the golden horned beast. The golden horned beast glared at them, infuriated. Let's see who dies first. The water in 9 Tiger River flowed through the sky and trapped the 3 universe overlords. They quickly slowed down. What should we do? He has a domain-type true treasure, and we can't even get close to him, said Qian Knight, sounding anxious. Demon Blade Knight, however, frowned. Feather Dark Horde leader, can you attack you using your illusion and slow him down? No, I can't, answered Feather Dark Horde leader, sounding helpless. He has incredibly strong willpower and a strong mind. I can only affect him to a very small extent. He's still able to fly and dodge perfectly. Under soul illusion, some top-tier techniques might not be perfectly performed. However, it would still be easy to fly. Forget it, Demon Blade Knight said. We can't kill him, as he has a domain-type true treasure. Let's spare his life and leave. Okay. I guess we have to do this. Qian Knight, Demon Blade Knight, and Feather Dark Horde leaders started to fly back to their planets. Want to flee? Asked a furious voice, and the golden horned beast started to chase Demon Blade Knight. Humph! You dare to chase me even after I spared your life. Demon Blade Knight glared at the golden horned beast coming after him. Perhaps I might not be able to catch you in your domain, but don't blame me for killing you since you delivered yourself to me. Sounds like my life is in your hands, said the golden horned beast. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. Demon Blade Knight, let's see who'll die. The golden horned beast shook his wings and dashed at Demon Blade Knight. Under his burning godly power, his Shawu wings slashed Demon Blade Knight. And the 9 strange beasts in the 9 Tiger River also encircled Demon Blade Knight. The 9 strange beasts were mighty and were able to severely injure secondary universe knights with the help of the golden horned beasts' godly power and amplification. As for universe overlords, though they were not able to hurt them, they could suppress their speed. You must be seeking your own demise, Demon Blade Knight said with disdain. He had scorned the golden horned beast since the moment he first saw him. You're too weak to fight me. And the only reason you're still breathing is your background, coming from the Space Beast Alliance and being bestowed an incredible true treasure. You couldn't hope to fight against me. The noise was deafening as Demon Blade Knight and the golden horned beast began to fight within the Golden River. The golden horned beast was only able to concentrate on one enemy at a time. Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader watched the fight from a distance, relaxed. He's just playing with fire, said Qian Knight. Not only did the golden horned beast not flee with his domain-type true treasure when he had the chance, but he dared to try to fight. Let's see how Demon Blade Knight crushes him, said Feather Dark Horde leader. The fight continued. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Although it was a fierce battle, it was the golden horned beast who was haunting Demon Blade Knight. The golden horn beast kept being hit, but he didn't back down. He continued bringing the fight to Demon Blade Knight. Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader watched, stupefied. This? Demon Blade Knight has burned 1% of his godly body at this point, Qian Knight said with shock. But that golden horned beast's force doesn't change at all. His godly body isn't weakened at all, even after burning for such a long time, said Feather Dark Horde leader, also stunned. Demon Blade Knight ceased being aloof and disdainful. Instead, he was distressed and furious. His godly body hasn't changed at all after being hit for such a long time. But how? No wonder it's a senior true treasure armor. He sensed that the golden horned beast was weak, and he even thought that the golden horned beast hadn't triggered its 3rd form. However, even the 2nd form of a senior true treasure armor could weaken attacks to 1/1000th. Even senior true treasures are useless. Break. A jade blade light tore through the Golden River and slashed the golden horned beast. There were 9 attacks in total, and each successive attack was more powerful than the previous one. The 9th attack consumed 2% of Demon Blade Knight's godly body. Now 8% of Demon Blade Knight's godly body had been consumed. What? Demon Blade Knight was terrified. He glared at the golden horned beast. His godly body isn't weakened at all. How? The golden horned beast howled and shook his wings. His wings tried to strike Demon Blade Knight again. Demon Blade Knight was in a fluster now. The technique in his attack is only mediocre, he said. Apparently, his lore comprehension is not deep enough to drive the 3rd form of a senior true treasure armor. Besides, I have a senior true treasure godly blade, and I just performed the ultimate technique I've perfected in eternity in the land of Extremis. Even a universe overlord with a senior true treasure armor should be severely injured. The golden horned beast dashed toward Demon Blade Knight again. Demon Blade Knight, I already told you, the golden horned beast shouted. Let's see who will die. Demon Blade Knight's eyes glinted with fear as he finally understood the golden horned beast's plan. Damn it. Demon Blade Knight tried to fly away. Under the pressure of the golden waters, he wasn't able to fly fast enough. The golden horned beast was 100 times faster than him, and he caught up with Demon Blade Knight instantly. Even if my godly body only has 42% left, it's a godly body with 600 million times that of a sector lord. It's millions of times stronger than yours. Besides, my force armor is a pinnacle true treasure. Even if you have a senior true treasure blade, and even if your technique is powerful, the force armor can weaken it to 1 of 10,000 th. I might not be able to kill you, but I can slowly consume your body. You can't even run away under the influence of 9 Tiger River. You can only die. The golden horned beast howled. Demon Blade Knight had lost all his pride and only wanted to fly away. Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader both understood what was happening, and they immediately left the domain of 9 Tiger River. Quick! Go, said Qian Knight. Go. What a terrific golden horned beast. Feather Dark Horde leader said in amazement. The technique he used to defend against us was clumsy, Qian Knight said. It was like a technique from a secondary universe knight. I thought his true treasure armor only reached the 2nd form, and I thought there was no doubt that Demon Blade Knight's ultimate technique would severely injure that golden horned beast. But neither of us was correct. Demon Blade Knight's godly body was sharply weakened, but that golden horned beast's godly body didn't change at all. Both Feather Dark Horde Knight and Qian Knight were thrilled. He's dead, Qian Knight said. Demon Blade Knight's definitely going to die, agreed Feather Dark Horde Knight. Feather Dark Horde Knight and Qian Knight exchanged eye contact. Both of them knew now that the golden horned beast couldn't be killed. Demon Blade Knight couldn't run away under the pressure from the domain-type true treasure. If he kept burning his godly body would keep being weakened. And he would fall at some point. But if Demon Blade Knight stopped burning his godly body, he would be 1,000 times weaker, and 9 Tiger River would be able to keep injuring him. Demon Blade Knight would die no matter what. Demon Blade Knight transmitted his voice reluctantly. Golden horned beast, spare my life, please. No chance. The golden horned beast roared. Wait for your demise. You're pushing me. Demon Blade Knight was infuriated. Yes, I am. Weren't you trying to kill me? Your lore comprehension is indeed deeper than mine, but you'll die anyway. The golden horned beast kept charging Demon Blade Knight, who had no way to escape under the pressure from 9 Tiger River. This was what made domain-type true treasures so precious. This one could trap the enemies when the user was at an advantage, help the user get away when he was at a disadvantage, and slaughter weaker opponents all at once. You. Demon Blade Knight roared in exasperation. Wait for your death, the golden horned beast said and kept charging. Even if Demon Blade Knight was many times better at fighting than the golden horned beast, his godly body was being weakened continuously. But he didn't dare stop burning his godly body, as if he did, his defending power would tumble. His godly body would then be consumed even faster. 60%. 50%. 40%. His godly body kept being weakened, and so did his power. And as he lost his power, his godly body was consumed more quickly. Golden Horned Beast. Demon Blade Knight roared. If I'm resurrected by turning back time, I'll become a universe master and kill you. Then I'll kill you again, the Golden Horned Beast bellowed. Remember, it's me who'll kill you. Don't look for the wrong one. Unfortunately, you're a universe overlord. Perhaps it will be difficult to resurrect you. Just wait for it. Demon Blade Knight shouted. He was from 9 Territory Alliance, and there wasn't a Universe Supreme Master in that alliance. Once a Universe Overlord was killed, the 9 Territory Alliance would need to ask for help from other powers, or some lone Universe Supreme Masters, which would be costly. Demon Blade Knight wasn't sure whether the 9 Territory Alliance would be willing to pay the price. 32%. Demon Blade Knight could feel his godly body being weakened, and he got more infuriated. If he didn't self-destruct, he would be knocked out, and his soul might be controlled. But if he did self-destruct, he would die. And perhaps he would remain dead forever. I'll definitely die if I don't self-destruct, but at least I might still have a chance if I do so, he said. God damn you, Golden Horned Beast. Demon Blade Knight roared. Ah! Demon Blade Knight blew himself up with a cry. The energies from the explosion swept across 9 Tiger River and annihilated it after producing tumbling waves. Humph, the Golden Horned Beast said, looked at it coldly. I was planning to have a conversation with you, but you insisted on robbing me. Unfortunately for you, your valuables are mine now. He waved his hands. The 2 valuables flew toward him. They were a green armor and a jade true treasure godly blade. He only had 2 true treasures. The Golden Horned Beast took the true treasures. Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader witnessed what happened and sighed. A universe overlord had just died. The waves were churning, and the Golden Horned Beast stepped on the waves and transmitted his voice, saying, Ce Qian Knight, Feather Dark Horde leader, are you still going to be my enemies? Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Knight looked at one another and communicated their thoughts through their gazes. They were a little fearful of this Golden Horned Beast, but it was only a feeling. After all, they were far away, so Golden Horned Beast's 9 Tiger River would not be able to exert its power over them. Without the oppression of 9 Tiger River, they would be able to accelerate easily to a speed 100 times of the speed of light of the universe. Then Golden Horned Beast would never be able to give chase. But who would be willing to live like a homeless dog always on the run? We had no intentions of becoming your enemy, but Demon Sword Knight was so bent on killing you that we could only act according to his wishes, Ce Qian Knight said in his elderly voice. Golden Horned Beast looked at the 2 faraway figures, and with much vigor, he inquired, would you be able to tell me how you got here? This land of Extremis. How well do you know it? Feather Dark Horde leader's spine-chilling voice said, since time immemorial, many great beings have fallen into this land of Extremis. The majority were on adventures in secret regions, but were accidentally transported here. There is a long list of ways how one can be transported here. There are also great beings, who were drifting through the universe, when they were suddenly swallowed by the seemingly normal starry sky, only to arrive here at the land of Extremis. There is no regular pattern, Ce Qian Knight continued in his elderly voice. Golden Horned Beast remained silent. After a moment of silence, he asked, has anyone made it out before? Feather Dark Horde leader, Demon Sword Knight, and I do not have other bodies, Ce Qian Knight. Once we entered land of Extremis, if we were to self-destruct, our bodies would be disintegrated to naught. That is why we do not know anything about the outside world. We knew that Kang He Knight, with his ability to divide his body, had one of his bodies in the outside world and the other in the land of Extremis. That was when his body in the outside world realized that there were great beings in the land of Extremis, who also had bodies in the outside world. Kang He Knight. Golden Horned Beast said. Where is he? He made a final decision to abandon his godly body, along with a true treasure he had brought here, explained Ce Qian Knight. He self-destructed. Are there others being trapped in the land of Extremis? Golden Horned Beast asked. Yes, said Ce Qian Knight. There are quite a few, Feather Dark Horde leader said. Where? Golden Horned Beast asked, watching the pair in the distance. They are somewhere in this vast, starry sky, but you want to know where, exactly. Feather Dark Horde leader said. Great beings often drift about and change their locations. We are unable to tell for sure. How big is the land of Extremis? Golden Horned Beast asked. This was the question he was most concerned about. Land of Extremis has a diameter of close to 100,000 light-years, said Feather Dark Horde leader. It resembles an ordinary star sky. He sighed and continued. Yet everyone is restricted to flying within this domain of 100,000 light-years. Even if one does manage to venture outside of this domain, the result is always to unknowingly be returned to the same place. It is like a maze. We are trapped in here eternally. Luo Feng was appalled. A diameter of 100,000 light-years. A maze? If it was like a maze, then the great beings must still be exploring. Obviously, they had been flying around for a long time. This is like a gigantic prison cell, said Feather Dark Horde leader. We great beings are the prisoners, imprisoned here for life. There is no escape. Feather Dark Horde leader looked at Golden Horned Beast. You are a Golden Horned Beast. You must have the ability to divide your body. If you abandon your true treasure, you can self-destruct and leave. Ce Qian Knight added in his elderly voice, Golden Horned Beast, I advise you to self-destruct. After all, you have another body. If you are trapped in here for all time, you will experience the pain of imprisonment for life. As for your true treasure, so long as you are alive, you will be able to escape from danger alive. Roar. Golden Horned Beast let out a roar that resonated through the entire sky. Ce Qian Knight, Feather Dark Horde leader, self-destruction is never an easy choice to make. I will take my leave first. Golden Horned Beast, and his sea of rolling golden waves vanished. A black figure transformed into a ray of light, and disappeared quickly into space. He became a ray of light that shot off into the distance and out of sight. Demon Sword Knight has fallen, Ce Qian Knight sighed. Who can he blame but himself? Feather Dark Horde leader sneered. He often abused his power and made us his victims. Humph. For him to succumb to Golden Horned Beast, it is just his luck. In the starry sky, Moshe body sat cross-legged on a meteorite. He transformed into a beam of light and rode off to roam the starry sky. To be able to kill a universe overload. Luo Feng mused. Luckily, this is land of Extremis, where there is no way to contact the outside world and no way to call for help. Otherwise, how would a universe overlord perish so easily? Universe overlords were difficult to kill. When an unfavorable circumstance occurred, the first thing one should do would be to escape. Should one not manage to escape, then stalling for time to devise a plan, and immediately calling for help, would be the next step. If Demon Sword Knight had been fighting against Luo Feng on the original star, the direst situation would be to sustain injuries, and he could count on the other great beings of the Nine Territory Alliance to come to his rescue immediately. But here in the land of Extremis, there was simply no way to call for help. That was why Demon Sword Knight had to lose his life. Among the many universe overlords within my human race, there are some who have yet to kill universe overlords. Yet I have killed one now. Ha ha. Luo Feng shook his head and laughed. Upon killing Demon Sword Knight, Golden Horned Beast's godly body had merely fallen below 42% to 41.9%. Sitting cross-legged on the meteorite, he continued speeding through the star sky. In the twinkling of an eye, 2 months passed. In Luo Feng's god country, in front of a golden palace in the vast sky above the remote ocean, Luo Feng stood up. Finally, a success. Spending 1 year or so on training, he had finally managed to accomplish the 6th and 7th volumes of the 9-volume manual. Of course, he had his original earthling godly body to thank for that, as its small size helped speed things up. Golden Horned Beast body must still be stuck at the 6th volume, and only at the beginning stage of the 6th volume. Obviously, its massive size would impede the evolution of its godly body. Back when I was training for the first 5 volumes, my godly body genes were 48 times stronger after merging with 100 blood river crystals. By default, blood river crystals should generate an increase of 100 times, but it seems like the more I advance, the more the multiplying effect starts to gradually weaken. Now, I have only achieved an increase of 3,000 times. I am now going to work on 2 more volumes. My godly body is around 9,800 times stronger. There is no attaining the perfect gene level. Luo Feng sighed. The blood river crystals would no doubt help to increase his life gene level, yet for his original earthling body, the increment, in theory and in actuality, did not correspond to 100%. The first 7 volumes of the 9-volume manual had brought his genes up 192 times, but with 100 blood river crystals, there was only an increase of 50 times more. 9,800 times, he said. Out of all the unique life forms that were unique in the universe, there were only a few who could get this strong. I should be satisfied. Moreover, there is still the 8th volume. And the 9th. I don't believe that even after I reach the 9th volume, I will still be unable to attain the perfect gene level. And my golden horned beast body can take this opportunity to reach the perfect gene level in one stroke. Luo Feng had not lost hope. Golden horned beast body had already exceeded 6,000 times previously. The 6th and 7th volumes were strong, and the blood river crystals were compatible with golden horned beast. So long as there were no accidents, he would be able to attain the perfect gene level. That is when golden horned beast will become invincible. At least by that time, I would be able to put my incredible talent technique, I am the universe, to good use. Luo Feng could not wait for that day to come. Calculating the time required, he estimated that golden horned beast would take at least 100 years to complete the 6th and 7th volumes. Well, it is only 100 years. It will pass in the blink of an eye. In the vast, starry sky, black-robed Luo Feng sat cross-legged on the meteorite. It felt like he was moving very fast, but in contrast with the vastness of the sky, he might as well have been casually strolling. Suddenly, countless space ripples were seen. What? Luo Feng, sitting on the meteorite being driven by inertia, went right through the layer of ripples. There were no obstructions in his way, yet the moment his godly body grazed the ripples, he felt an intangible force brush past his godly body and permeate his world ring. There, it grazed his golden horned beast godly body. It was unstoppable. He had been completely grazed by the ripples. The feeling that he got when being grazed by the ripples was unbearable. It felt like layers of knives slashing his godly body. When he made it past the layer of ripples, his Mosha body was left with only 30% of its godly being. Such frightening space ripples. What exactly is that? This starry sky has changed. Luo Feng was shocked to discover that after passing through the ripples, the space before him was completely different. The sky before had been like any other in the universe, where the distances between the stars were generally far, and the star traveler levels were average. Yet on this side of the sky, it had a beauty that was out of this world. The distance between stars was nearer. Together, they were connected to depict a beautiful picture. Luo Feng was vaguely aware that the countless planets combined to paint a picture that contained some form of secret lore engravings. A hidden starry sky exists in the land of Extremis. Luo Feng wondered aloud. Sitting on the meteorite, he cruised along at a leisurely pace, and soon, he was nearing the first star traveler level, which was the one closest to him. He was approaching a khaki-colored planet that appeared ordinary. But Luo Feng faintly sensed something. This khaki-colored planet, with no signs of life, and a diameter of 13,000 miles. Star Tear Gold. It actually contains the mineral veins of the Star Tear Gold. Luo Feng's face turned pale. Looking at the star traveler level without any living beings, he was shocked. What an impressive energy reserve. If I were to swallow this star, my golden horned beast's massive godly body would be able to recover to 80%. Luo Feng could not help feeling incredulous. Star Tear Gold, although it was only a G-grade metal, was unique. It was said that when a great star level collapsed to become a black hole, it would produce a piece of metal, Star Tear Gold. Star Tear Gold was, hence, a product of the tearing of the star level. Although it was only a G-grade metal, its functionality made it very precious. Luo Feng had yet to come across such a thing, where a precious metal could form mineral veins that occupied almost an entire planet. Even the godly body of a universe overlord as big as 600 miles, upon swallowing this star, would be able to recover to 80%. Luo Feng disappeared in an instant, and Golden Horned Beast appeared. Golden Horned Beast flew off the meteorite, and sped toward the khaki-colored planet. A moment later, when he was about to arrive at the khaki-colored planet, Golden Horned Beast chanced upon another golden planet that was quite close by. Casually, he exerted his godly power, and what he sensed gave him a shock. What? That golden planet contains void rock mineral veins. What an alarming reserve. In terms of value, it is definitely comparable to the Star Tear Gold of this planet. Golden Horned Beast landed on the khaki-colored planet, raised his head to look at the countless planets, and decided, I shall investigate these two planets, they have precious mineral veins. And this mysterious space has countless planets. Does it mean that all of them contain precious mineral veins? This video will end here.